A space cadet flying through the depths of space at warp speed, avoiding or destroying oncoming aliens. When one flying pattern is complete, another begins as you explore the mysteries of outer space aboard your very own ship. You are the Explorer.
I already explained it, but we are moving on.
Man, a mild-mannered Pac-Man turns invincible. Game 3 is Robotron, a game of robots taking over. Game 4 Super Zaxxon, a supersonic flight through space and time. And Game 5 is Burning Rubber, you're riding fast and furious.
This is the marquee of Burning Rubber. And like I said, this is the Japanese title of Bump and Jump. They're the same game. They are truly exactly the same game. But I think this marquee is well done. I am back. Okay. This is Robotron 2084. This is the second game created by a sub-city company called VidKids and Williams Electronics. They made 3 games with the help of Eugene Jarvis, who did all the Williams and Midway games. I have played this on the Xbox a long time ago. And you will see what happens. And Super Zaxxon is created by Sega in 1982. Also,
Robotron, a game of robots taking over. Game 4.
Yeah, what he said. Super Zaxxon is a much souped up version of the original Zaxxon, and the marquee is reflective. Anyway, the same basic stuff in the original Zaxxon, but what's different is, what's different about this game, if you shoot 20 enemy planes, you get to face Zaxxon, the robot. However, in this game, you face a dragon. And both Zaxxon robot and the dragon, their fireball and missile, are impossible to destroy. But if you manage to destroy it and the boss, you get bonus points. And that is it. Here we go.
It's burning rubber. Time to put the pedal to the metal and roll on down the speedway. Or if you'd rather, fly on down the speedway, because you're not driving a regular car. Yours can jump over as well as go around cars and other hazards you'd otherwise run into. Watch out for the rocks. Push your way through the cars and jump when you can't drive, because you're burning rubber. Again.
Ah, yes. Robotron. This game is super impossible. You are a little robot, and your goal, well, the object of this game is to destroy enemy robots, glowing electrodes, and save the last family on Earth. And this all happened in 2084. Mankind has gone berserk, and they developed an army of super robots. This game is intense, and you can see it uses joysticks, one to fire and one to move. And you need those joysticks to move and shoot hordes, truckloads, billions of evil robots. But I hope it doesn't happen in real life. And if you cannot tell, I am a bit of a coward. Yes. Yes. I said that. Oh my God. If one of you have seen this game, you already know how impossible it is. Until, not until, Anyway, let's see the gameplay, shall we?
The year is 2084. Man has created super robots, and you are the only thing that stands between them and the last family on Earth. Save your fellow Earthlings from the hordes of Robotrons by putting yourself in front of them, making points as you do so. Fire on the Robotrons for more points. As you fight to save all humanity, avoid the glowing electrodes hurled in your path. You are the last hope of the world. Only you can save Mommy, Daddy, and Mikey. The future is in your hands when you play Robotron.
I don't know what the Japanese title is called. Oh god. 1982, Stern Electronics, and licensed by Konami.
Game number 1 is Pooyan, a pig out for little piggies. Game 2 is Ms. Pac-Man, where a petite lady munches through the maze.
And one of the best artwork for the greatest arcade game ever. I mean, the pink, the blue, and the yellow. That's an A+. And oh, Arcader's book. 1981, General Computing Corporation, licensed to Midway, and then Namco in 1994.
Game 3 is Super Zaxxon, a supersonic flight through space and time. Game 4...
This is Jungle Hunt. Back in the 80s, 1982, there was a lawsuit that involved this game. This game, originally titled Jungle King, Taito America ripped off Tarzan. They got the Tarzan yell. And that is one of the versions of this game. Jungle Hunt, the player is a safari hunter with a pith hat, safari hat, and no Tarzan yell. And those are the differences. Oh, yeah. And at the end, you have to rescue the lady from cannibals, I guess. No, savages. All you have to do is jump from savage to rescue your love. And that applies for all three versions of this game. Not to mention Pirate Pete. Yes, the third game of this variant is pirate themed. 2 jungle and 1 pirate variant. Yeah. And like I said before, if you don't believe me, look up some videos on YouTube and you'll believe me for sure. And the last game that I have played, here is one of the creepiest Pac-Man maze games seen on this show.
Or Jungle Hunt, where love becomes the biggest game of all. And Game 5 is Eyes, a maze game that can see.
This is created by Digitrex Techstar and licensed to Rockola. Yeah. And it is the same cabinet as, I believe, their first game, Warp, licensed by Namco. Licensed from Namco. Yeah. Anyway, I promise I will show you all what the gameplay looks like for my subscribers.
It's Eyes. They're watching you and you're watching them traveling through the maze. Zap all pulsating objects to add to your score while avoiding the ever-watchful enemy eyes and the zaps that they hurl at you. Get all the pulsating objects in one maze and move on to the next. Your score continues to build, adding 50 points for every second you stay in a maze. Eyes, they're watching you.
Going to do before we go over to the playing area, let's find out from Kevin all about the Jungle Hunt game.
Mark, you're on a jungle hunt, swinging through the trees, out-monkeying the gorillas that threaten your grip, all in the hope of rescuing the fair maiden kidnapped by savages. Score points as you swing, then plunge into the river, avoiding man-eaters and the mysterious murk. But don't forget to surface for air, or your journey could be cut short. Keep up the hunt, for the maiden awaits somewhere beyond.
Yeah. over.
Little piggies cried wee 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 all the way to the wolves' hideaway, and now the mama pig must save them from their hungry jaws, move her up and down in a cage while she throws meat to distract them for points, and darts to puncture their balloons for more points. It's time to pig out with Pooh Yan.